Tron Ares was a spectacle. It was for me like riding a roller coaster, but I didn't really attach to it. And I'm going to tell you why. I didn't attach to the movie because the emotional journey of the characters wasn't something that I could really identify with. And so this movie is about a robot, Ares, who's created by a bad guy named Dillinger. He's created to be a weapon, a weapon that's able to be destroyed. And Ares finds that how he was created, his creator is only created like half of a life. And Ares witnesses what it means to be human when he interacts with the world. Ares witnesses the experience of the good guys, the NCOM team, led by Evie. And Ares, through those experiences, he realizes that he isn't living life, that he's being programmed. He's doing what he's been programmed to do. And that's not enough for him. And so Ares moves through all these action filled scenes and he becomes a protector of Evie. He becomes a protector of the good guys. And he realizes that there is goodness and beauty in the world. Ares goes on this mission where he is meant to find some source code that needs to be uh, given by Flynn, the old character that was in the first two Tron movies. Flynn, by the way, is always playing God in one way or another, and that continues in this film. And so Ares has to go on this mission and he finds Flynn. And Ares' 5-second moment of change is actually when he's there with Flynn in that spot. And Flynn asks, what kind of music he likes. And Ares, who at this point, we don't know if he's still a robot or if he's kind of transitioned to being a human, Ares says that he likes Depeche Mode. There's nothing like it. And Flynn asks why. And Ares stumbles. Ares can't find the words because he's having an emotional reaction, his first emotional reaction in that film. And that's his 5-second moment of change. He goes from being a robot to someone who can have emotions. And in that moment, when he proves that to himself, he describes to Flynn something like, I can't really put it into words, what I feel about Depeche Mode. That line um, creates the goodwill that Flynn needs to give Ares the permanence code, the code that he's looking for. And that is kind of the emotional arc. That's kind of the emotional end for the Ares character. He then has to go out and basically save the world now that he has this code, which he does, and he goes and successfully does. Ares also has a realization now that he's feeling things, now that he is his own person. He comes to realize that it's not about following orders. And at the very end, he kind of has this line where he describes that it's life is about the unknown. Life is about the next thing. It's about figuring it out. And that's kind of his mission moving forward through the end of this film. And where I suspect is probably another in the series that'll come along in the future. So this film is about that emotional arc of a robot becoming human. My reaction, I didn't really attach much to this character journey. I thought it was a spectacle. It was really wonderful to see, but I wasn't invested in these characters. I couldn't identify, I couldn't put myself in Ares' shoes because I'm already an emotional being. I'm human, right? And this story is actually about a robot becoming human, a little bit of Frankenstein and Pinocchio kind of mashed together to go from being this creation from a godlike human into becoming a person, right? And so that it was a beautiful thing to see, but I didn't really attach emotionally to it. The arc was steep, right? We went from a killing machine to a person who sets up the future of humanity to be positive. And he goes off on his own adventure to become some being that we don't know, but is purpose driven on their own. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the film, and we will see you next time. Thanks.